Welcome to Wanderplea. Firstly, I must apologize for my voice. I've been quite ill, and this is the most voice that I've had in about almost 2 weeks. So, yeah. In this video, we are going to do a basic freezer spell. This is a type of defensive binding magic that can be used to freeze actions that others are taking against you, or bad habits within yourself that you wish to stop. It can also be used to freeze a situation. This definitely comes under the category of baneful magic. So as you can see, I am not using my cheery, colorful magic blankie that you see in all of my other videos. As in all spell work, but particularly baneful magic, it is important to make sure that you are undertaking the mundane, or that is, physical, practical actions needed to solve the situation, as well as your magic. If there is a conversation that could solve the issue, or shadow work that can be done to alleviate the problem, definitely do that. But there are situations where mundane action just isn't cutting it and magic is needed. And also, I like to think that it's always a good thing to add a little bit of magic in there, just saying. Pair your magic with your mundane action. And that is true magic, my dear ones. What you see here is an example spell, but throughout the course of this video, I am also doing a real freezer spell for someone very dear to me who asked me to do it to help them with the situation, but I'm keeping that private, although they were happy for its presence to be within the video itself. On a piece of paper, we will write the name of the individual and the action that they are doing that needs to be frozen. You'll want to be specific because you don't want to just freeze them in general, unless you do want to, but that's between you and your personal magical ethics. But I would say in general, just be specific about what is being bound, what is being frozen. And then you'll want to roll the paper up away from yourself, because if you're bringing something to you, you roll it to yourself. If you want it to go away, then you need to push it away from yourself. And then bind it with some string, nice and tight. And then also here I am adding my own addition, which is a needle that I am piercing through it. And while I pierce that needle into it, I am channeling in that energy and reiterating what it is that I'm freezing, doing my incantations and my meditation on that. Another addition that I've added to this type of spell is that I am to the water that I'm going to be freezing this spell in. I am adding salt and garlic for extra protection, extra banishing, because I really want to drive that into the spell. And of course, mixing those magical ingredients into the water gives me more opportunities to put more energy in there, drive my point home. So you'll want a freezer safe vessel. This is a leftover Gamer Subs tub that is plastic from my partner's favorite drink. Not sponsored. And so I have put the spell in there, the paper's in there, and now I'm going to pour the water in to the vessel. It's also fun because this particular Gamer Sub flavor was something about Yetis and freezing, so it's very thematically appropriate. I'm also going to write on the top of the lid what it is so that my partner doesn't think it's a treat, because it's really not a treat. As well as just sealing that in there. This is baneful. This is baneful, baby. Baneful baby in my freezer. One of the good things about a freezer spell is that if you need to undo it or it's not necessary anymore, it's super easy to undo because you just need to thaw it out and, do the necessary incantations to end that spell. And also it could stay in your freezer forever as well, so if it needs to be in there, it can be in there. And so once you've completed all of these things, you stick it in that freezer with some extra words about, incantations about, nope, this is done, this is a thing. They need to not be doing that stuff and be good. And then you're done. You've done it. You've done a freezer spell. You've frozen those actions. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully next time I will have a voice.